What's up, guys? As you can see from the title, the video that I'm making right now is called To an Overcooked Roster, I should say. And what I mean by that is, we know that WWE has been struggling with some booking lately. The whole Sasha Banks Bayley thing, the whole AJ Styles Nakamura thing. It's a pretty big problem when it comes to booking because, as the old saying is, too many cooks in the kitchen. Now, as I reported on my page, if you haven't liked that, I'll post a link. Go like that. I keep up with all the WWE news and things like that. But anyways, I posted that and I read that, and it was basically that why WWE is getting such a big roster right now is to keep them from signing to other promotions. And on one hand, that is a good thing because you want your company to grow. You want your company to stay. You want your company to be the elite. No pun intended, because obviously we know that is the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Bullet Club sort of thing in New Japan. But basically, you want to stay on top. You want to be the guy. You do not want to be dethroned, and that works if you use your talent correctly. Because WWE, they have a crop of talent right here, right? Just say they have it right here in their hands, and there's Roman Reigns. Oh God, there's Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Charlotte, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman. So they have all those names in their hand, and they're just like, what are we going to do with that? Well, we don't have much. We're just going to keep our main people here. And that's basically what they're doing. They're handpicking out of a bigger picture. They're basically... Let me put it like this. They basically have a Picasso, a Jackson Pollock painting, the Mona Lisa, and just say a Da Vinci original. They have all of those in one pool, and they just choose to ignore. They just say, you know what, we have all this, but you know what, we're just going to use the Mona Lisa today. Or, we have all this, but we're just going to focus on the Picasso painting right now. So, you have all of this stuff, but you only choose one, and that's not fair. It's not a good idea in any way, shape, or form. I don't care what anybody says. That having one person carry the company, or a company, is never a good idea, because once that person gets sick of it or doesn't want to do it anymore, your company goes down the toilet. Prime example, UFC. UFC is so garbage right now. And it's not because Conor McGregor is gone. It's because the impact that he had, although it was good, it was also bad, because he made fighters realize that they can get paid more, but then the fighters think that they have the skill set of a Conor McGregor or an Anderson Silva or George St. Pierre, where they deserve all this money, but you don't have the talent. So that's what WWE's sort of like. It's like, John Cena is a 16-time champion. Why? Because I will say, I stopped watching WWE after WrestleMania 25, so that was 2009, 2010. So I'm going off of based what I watched last. So that was when it was pretty good, when 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, when it was Edge, and it was Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio was still in the mix a little bit, and you had a lot more talent back then that was established because you were willing to push them. Edge busted his ass, and he was finally pushed to a main event scene, and it was awesome to see because Edge deserved it. But they had Edge, Randy Orton, like I mentioned before, and now they have talent, but it's so underutilized. No one cares. Like, Bayley, one of WWE's big selling markets is the children, our kids, and you kill Bayley, who was the biggest hit with the children that anybody could ever see. Next to the New Day, I would say, Bayley was a huge success with the kids, and even the adults too, because she just had positive energy. Bayley was awesome. And you have Alexa just squash her because Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon love their blondes and their big sweaty men. But it's unreal how they have the talent and they kill it, yet they bring new talent in, and their old talent. It's basically it's almost like when you get another pet. You have your old pet. They've been there for a while. That pet is an established name. It rules the roost here. But then when you get another pet, that pet seems less important now. And that's what WWE is like. When you keep just getting a pet, they seem less important, and that's what WWE is. Sasha Banks, who really gives a damn about Sasha Banks right now, because they're building the whole division around Ronda Rousey, and that is my point. It's never good to have your company or to have anything based around one person because it gets stale. Ronda Rousey is a judo throw and an armbar. That is all she is. That's truth. And I'm gonna take off my non-biased hat, not this hat, but my non-biased hat for a second, because everyone knows I hate Ronda Rousey. I hate her. But if I take off my non-biased hat, all she does is she comes out, does a judo throw and an armbar. That's all she does. That's it. Bayley, when she did that beatdown on Sasha about a month ago, nobody saw that coming because everyone thought it was going to be the opposite. People might have thought that Bayley was going to snap and have a moment, but nothing to what actually happened. And then Bayley stood over Sasha and said, "You ain't shit," and it became a t-shirt. Some people made those into shirts. So all the potential talent, use it, because Ronda Rousey, let's be honest here, she's going to become another Brock Lesnar. We know it's happening. Brock Lesnar, we know that it's probably all a work, and he's actually not an asshole, but people have actually, there's been people that have said he's not the easiest guy to work with. He likes to be on his own a lot. He likes to be excluded. He likes his own space, and in wrestling you can't really do that because you travel with those people 300 and I think it's around 330 days out of the year. So you have to build friendships, and Brock Lesnar's not like that. He's too big for that, and he shows up whenever he wants to and whenever the pay's right and everything. And to some degree, I believe that because Conor McGregor did the same thing, and that's real fighting. That's not script, and it's not a good look. You can build more than one superstar, and they're trying. They're still with this Roman Reigns. I can't even begin to tell you how sick I am of that. But they're doing right with AJ Styles. But AJ Styles is the best wrestler, arguably the best wrestler in the world right now, next to Kenny Omega and Okada and a lot of other people that are very, very good. But AJ Styles is being used correctly. Braun Strowman is 50-50. They flip with him all the time. They have Kevin Owens criminally underbooked. I turned a leaf on Kevin Owens too. I never really liked him, but then I realized he's good in the ring. He's good at what he does, his character, things like that. But it's just that the favoritism, it's getting too much at this point, because when it comes to main roster, because NXT it's perfect. NXT can't be done any better than what it's being done right now. When it comes to the people that they have in the main event scene, and then the mid card is good, and then the lower card is obviously very good. It's developmental, so there's room for error there. But main roster, there's no damn excuse. No damn excuse. You have AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Daniel Bryan's back, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Alicia Fox even. I find Alicia Fox is criminally underrated. Her character work is so underappreciated, and she's so good at what she does when she's given time and creative to do so. Now, I always say, I'm in the campaign to give Alicia Fox the Women's Championship, because I find that she deserves it, and if she's allowed to have the creative freedom, Alicia Fox could be one of the greatest women's champions of all time, just due to her character work, and she could be so annoying, more annoying than a Carmella, who is the worst champion. I think the worst women's champion we've ever seen. But yeah, use your talent better, and you can bring in all the talent you want. You can have everything, and again, all these comparisons that I made, it's like you can have every guitar in the world, or you can have every car in the world, but if you don't use it, what's the point? What's the point? It's just that you keep buying things and you keep acquiring things and they just sit on the shelf and they just collect dust and you never use them. What's the point? Why do you use that money? And it's costing them money. It's not like you're buying in when you buy something, you usually when you buy something, you just have it and then there you go. But now with everything advancing, when you buy something, you can normally use that to make more money. You buy a guitar, you can use that to make money and get more guitars. But WWE, they get talent, and if you get a big name like a Kenny Omega or even the Young Bucks, or if you get a name Jay Lethal, you get a name like another Daniel Bryan. Just say another Daniel Bryan comes along and they're worth a lot of money. You're gonna spend a lot of money to get them, but then if you don't use them, their stock just keeps going down. And you did it with Rusev Day. And they did it with, what's that? They did it with Asuka. They killed Asuka dead in the water. Asuka had so much potential to bring more eyes to the women, and all they had to do was use her correctly. All they have to do with the women is just use them correctly and not pick just a blonde to take over. It's not fair. And it's unreal of how much talent they have, and they're still getting low ratings, and they're still getting flack from us fans. Because if you have that much perfection in your company, you have so much good in your company, there shouldn't be any error if you do it correctly. But you can't hit a home run every time, right? But that's just what I read, and I thought I would make a video about that. What do you guys think of the current state that WWE is in when it comes to their roster? Because I'm not happy whatsoever. I am very, very disappointed in some of the direction that WWE takes with their talent. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you guys liked it. Hit the subscribe if you liked the video also, because you guys already know we like to keep it all the way G. Peace.